Hi, I'm Katie Couric, and welcome to Eye to Eye. In the Chicago neighborhood of North Lawndale, more than half the adults have a criminal record, and 1 in 4 is unemployed. Cynthia Bowers spoke to one woman who's had sweet success helping ex-cons find work with a little help from a tiny honeybee.
What is it about this community that made you see there was a need?
57% of the adults in North Lawndale have had some involvement with the criminal justice system.
6 in 10 of the adults, roughly.
That is correct. That is correct.
I think that's something most Americans can't even begin to relate to. What does that do to a community?
It impacts it greatly. I mean, the impact of our incarceration affects the family structure. It certainly impacts the economic stability or lack thereof in this community. It affects education, and the quality of poverty really affects all of this. And I think that what's common about most communities where you have high concentrations of formerly incarcerated men and women coming back is poverty, unfortunately.
How the heck did Sweet Beginnings come to be? It's an unusual thing to be doing here.
Unusual is right. People initially thought I was crazy. I mean, when you think about ex-offenders and bees and honey, it just doesn't connect for a lot of people. One friend of mine, just by chance, said, well, you know, my husband's a beekeeper. And I'm like, a beekeeper?
So?
Right. And so thus was kind of born the idea. And I thought, well, what do you need to do or to know in order to be a beekeeper? She goes, well, it's actually, you know, a profession that's passed on by word of mouth. I'm like, good. So people that have difficulty learning certainly will be able to learn about it. It's not so technical that you can't learn it if you have some deficiencies or challenges. But then I got a lot of criticism. People were like, well, so what good is it if an ex-offender is a beekeeper? You know, how does that make him more marketable? So then we set out to see if they will they come. In other words, will people be willing to buy products that were produced and manufactured by people with backgrounds? So we started to go to farmers markets and we started to sell our honey. Well, little did I know how hot urban honey would be. And when we took the honey to the farmers markets, people clamored around our table. And then they discovered who was behind producing the honey. And they loved it even more. And I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to work. Nonprofit organizations, sometimes people go, oh, you know, the product is a little inferior, but we like your purpose. And I didn't want that. We had to have an extremely high quality product and let it stand on its own shelf to shelf with other products. And then say, wow, look at what folks who given a second chance can produce. What is success? Success, I would say, yes, we're very successful in that the people that have come through our programs have not gone back to prison.
Which is huge.
That's significant. And people should pay for the crimes that they've committed. No question about that. But when they have served their time, right, and they come out, they really do need to be fully restored as a citizen. And citizenship, full citizenship, is employment, being a part of the economy in that way.